Chapter 2. Framing and Composition. Rule of thirds and how to apply it in sports photography. The rule of thirds is one of the fundamental principles of photographic composition, and it applies in sports photography as well. The rule of thirds involves dividing the image into 3 equal parts, both horizontally and vertically, creating 9 frames. The points where the imaginary lines intersect are called power points or focal points, where the main subjects of the image should be placed to achieve a balanced and aesthetically pleasing composition. In sports photography, the rule of thirds can be applied in various ways, such as placing the main subject of the photograph, such as a player or athlete, on one of the power points. For example, if you are photographing a soccer player running along the field, position them on one of the power points to create a balanced composition, using the imaginary lines of the rule of thirds to create a dynamic composition. For example, you can position a game line or a starting line on one of the third lines to create an interesting visual effect. Using the rule of thirds to balance the image with the background. For example, if you are photographing a basketball player in action, you can position the main subject on one of the power points, while the basket or the audience in the background can be positioned on another power point. In general, the rule of thirds can help create balanced and interesting compositions in sports photography, but it is important to apply it creatively and flexibly. Additionally, other factors, such as the position of light and the shooting angle, should also be considered to achieve successful sports photography. The importance of perspective and angle. Perspective and angle are key elements in sports photography. In this section, I will give you some tips on how to best use perspective and angle to capture dynamic and engaging images. Change your position. Physically moving to change the shooting angle can make a big difference in your sports photography. For example, if you are on the sideline during a soccer game, try moving to get a different angle. Use lines. Lines can help create a sense of movement and depth in your photos. For example, the lines of the playing field can be used to create a sense of depth in your photography. Choosing the right lens for your sports photography can make a difference in the quality of your photos. For example, a wide-angle lens can help capture the entire scene, while a telephoto lens can help focus on the details of the action. Experiment with different perspectives. Do not limit yourself to traditional perspectives. For example, try taking pictures from below or above the action to get more unusual images. Look for symmetry. Symmetry can be used to create harmonious and balanced images. For example, you can try to capture images of athletes in symmetric positions during the action. In general, perspective and angle can make a big difference in the quality of your sports photographs. Experiment with different angles and perspectives to find the right one for your subject and photographic style. Be aware of the background. Make sure that the background is not too distracting and that it does not detract from the main subject of the photo. For example, for athlete portraits, you might use a fixed focal length lens, while for moving shots, you might opt for a telephoto lens. Try to capture the details that make an image unique. Don't be afraid to experiment with different framings and viewpoints to find what works best for you and the situation you're photographing.